Welcome to my channel. I'm Chrissy Seaton. This video has been requested several times. I've had lots of emails and it's to do with head covering. So it will be appealing to women mostly. Now, in recent times, I've had quite a few comments about the veil style that I wear and requests to know how to tie that and the types of scarves that one can use. So let's get on with it, and I'll start with the basic tools that I use. These may vary. Some of you may already use head coverings for many reasons and have favourite tools. I will just show you what I use that I prefer for my purposes. Now, before I proceed any further, I want to make it very clear, particularly to the Gentile women, Noahide women that are watching this, that head covering is not a religious requirement or commandment for Gentile women, Noahide women. It is a personal choice, and that choice may be based on many reasons. For example, in my case, as you can see, I have pretty wild hair. So I find it much more easy and convenient to wrap my hair up and cover it, and then I don't have to worry about it. I visit the hairdresser once every 2 or 3 years and have a few inches cut off it, and I'm right. So it's cheap hair management. Secondly, I also cover it because it reminds me that I should be humble and well behaved because I'm in the presence of Hashem, my God, at all times. So that is my reason in a nutshell. In a nutshell. 2 reasons: save heaps on worrying about my hair and expenses on my hair. And secondly, the other benefit is that I remind myself, particularly every day when I'm putting this on, that I must behave properly. I must be conscious that Hashem has his eyes on me 24/7. So that's my reasons. Yours can be many others. There are women who cover their hair for health reasons. They are on chemotherapy, perhaps. There are women who certainly cover their head for religious reasons of other faiths other than being a Gentile, a Noahide, or a Jewish woman. So now that I've got that clear and out of the way, this video is by no means me saying you as women should cover your hair. It is simply a video in response to some frequent emails I've had recently about knowing how to do this veil effect. So, having said all that and got that out of the way, we'll get on with some tools that we need. Now, you can see at the moment that I'm wearing, this is called a Bobo Shaper. And originally it has another row of this padding in it, but as usual for me, I have to modify and alter things, and it just sits better on me. I took the stuffing out and it just gives me that little bit extra grip there without any extra bulk or shaping. It has long straps on it, and I've got one here I can show you. They are grippy, made out of velvet, and have long strings on them that you wrap around to fit. So one size fits all, and then I just tucked my bits in. Again, as you can see, I took the second row of stuffing out of that one. So those are available, this and that, and they've got other colours on a website called Rapunzel that is in the United States. And there'll be links in the description box below for you to follow some of those links if you so desire. Now, underneath this, before I put this on, you may be able to see I have a sort of a blondie shaped hair band. Now, that is also non-slip. It's velvet, and it has a smooth and a rough side. The idea is that the rough side is what's on top, and that grips whatever else that you are going to put on over it. Be a shaper like this, and it's also grippy there too, so it's double security. And at the back it has sort of Velcro snaps, adjustable, one size fits all. Now, I've recently tried this new lot of headbands. Because I live in Australia, anything I order from overseas, the dollar exchange rate's exorbitant, but the postage is probably even more sometimes. So I have recently just ordered some things from overseas. The order was $118, the goods, but by the time the exchange rate happened and postage shipping, it ended up nearly $185, and it's just prohibitive. So some of these things I will show you, like this brand of headband, you can get on Amazon in Australia, but other countries as well. And they're just called non-slip headbands. If you go onto Amazon, you'll find varying styles and shapes and prices and colours. So that's the same as I'm wearing now. I've been wearing them for a few days. I tried them out and I am very delighted with them. I find they serve their purpose. They're a lot cheaper than buying them at other outlets. Now, you can also, there is a wonderful website called Rapunzel in America, and there are lots of tools on there, including the Bobo shapers, and they have non-slip headbands as well. Theirs are slightly different in that they've got a kind of a curve to them, but the same principle. They have Velcro, you can adjust it. Now, the benefit of these is that you can get them in different sizes. You can get small, medium, large, etc., and adjust them. They're washable, as are the others. Again, if you're living in America, the cost won't be near as much for you to buy them through that website. Look in the link description box below for the link. So these headbands, you can get them in many and varied colours. And look, I just stick to basic, neutral, black and white, because nobody sees them. Not on me anyway. So enough talk from me. We've got the headband on, non-slip headband. For this video, have put on this Bobo shaper, which I've modified. I'm sorry, Rapunzel, but bear with this old lady. I like things just right to suit me. Now, all right, the most important thing is, what are you going to use for this veil style? Well, my personal choice is usually a long rectangular scarf, but you can use square scarves, and I will do another video about that at a later time, showing you how, you've probably got drawerfuls of beautiful silk square scarves and wonder what you're going to do with them. Now, just bear in mind before we start, if you have a scarf that has its tags and stuff on them, just remember that that's the edge that you'll use to fold over a small fold. And for me, with this size scarf, I will hold it up and show you. I would fold over, for me, about that much. Can you see? And there you will notice that on the other end, yes, the tag. So the tag will be underneath. You won't see it. Not very professional, my techniques here, but I felt compelled to answer these emails about this veil, so this is what I'm doing. So fold some over. Now that's sort of to fit your head or to your liking. The shorter the fold, the longer the veil will be. So if you want a really long veil, that's fine. If you want a more short, versatile one, fold over more. So enough said. Now, for this one, I'll say have it in half, measure where your half is in the middle, and pop that over your head just like this. Bring it forward, just might have to experiment. I'm used to doing this in my mirror with lots of lights, so and then I've got it where I want it. Now what I do is I gather all that up and I scrunch it all in there like that, gathering it up, and then I cross it over. I don't tie a knot. You can tie a knot if you wish. I don't find there's a need to, and it's less bulk at the back of my neck. So I cross it over just like so, and I come back, and they're roughly equal in length. Now, if something happens, your measurements, approximates didn't work out, and you've got one end a bit shorter than the other, then wrap the shortest end first. Make that your first wrap. So here we go. Now, picking up the shortest end, because this is the longest end out here, but picking up the shortest end and maintaining, where am I at now? Here we go. Maintaining your shortest end, you then continue, you're going to wrap this, yes, look, I've got myself all mixed up here, I beg your pardon. I didn't really prepare myself with this video, I just wanted to get it done to show you. So now we've got the shortest end that we've come from this first wrap. So maintaining approximately that same fold over length, about there I think is where I'm at. Now I'm going to fold that over, wrap it over here like this. Just, and again, the light and the, without my mirror, I'm not sort of, so I just fold it over like that, smooth it out, and that's the first wrap. Now, what I do is I pull it back as far as I can there. If it's a longer scarf, you can just tuck it in. A lot of people do, but I prefer not to tuck mine in because it's more bulk at the back of my neck. And secondly, I'm happy to use any length scarf because I'm used to doing it. But now my little secret that I use is called a hijab pin. You can buy these in most haberdashery shops. I know Spotlight stores have them. They come in a plastic container. Marvellous for quilting and also perfect for what they were designed for, hijab pins. So I will just secure that there and go by feel, stab it in a bit. I usually put the knob bit up so it doesn't, and then just slide that in. Certainly don't try and put a burr hole in your skull. So that's the first one. Now, the second fold, remember this is the one with the tag on it, so I'll fold that in. I'm going to also try and maintain that length. So at the back now, we've got this. So the second wrap is we again bring this piece over, lay it against your head. And again, I haven't got perfect lighting from my standpoint here. I've got a bit of glare in my eye. But smooth it out, just maintain that. And then you're going to bring that across and over. And the same thing, you're going to hold it in place now. I'm actually using my hijab pin to go into the shaper as well. So it sort of holds the scarf definitely onto the shaper, and I know I won't have any slippage, rain, hail or shine. So I'm just doing this. There's the fold. There we go. I'm not overly gifted at doing these demonstration videos, so you will just have. Now sometimes this is not a very long scarf, so I've got a little bit of kick there, but I can cover that up by either putting another pin in behind there, folding it back, or I can simply just fold that forward a little bit like that. And you might want to use a little brooch or a pin or something, which I will endeavour to get in without looking in a mirror. And it just adds a nice little touch to your scarf. Again, I'm sort of looking into the glare when I do this. So I'm just going to secure that little fellow in there, if I can get it in. It's only got a short shank on it, this little brooch. There we go. And you can position that wherever you like. It's probably not quite right there. I could have done it up further, but or you can just choose not to have any decoration there. You might like to just leave it the way it is and go with the asymmetrical look. Again, that's a personal choice for you. So there we go. I won't get 10 marks for my first self-demonstration. My previous videos, I was lucky enough to have my beautiful granddaughter be the model, so I could, had full manipulation and vision as I did it. But anyway, that is how I do the veil. It's simple. I can tell you when I'm doing this myself, I could do it without a mirror. I'd try not to, but I'm so used to doing it. Now, again, I will just slowly turn around. I don't know if you can see the back. I haven't straightened it out, but it doesn't hang down too far. How far your scarf will hang down, your veil, depends on the width of your scarf more so than the length. But you, I'm sure, will have heaps of little scarves and things that in future videos I'll show you what else you can do with those. Now, tools, I'll put a link in the description box below. Amazon, if you're in other countries, certainly go looking for the non-slip headbands. They aren't expensive on Amazon. I can't remember, but I think a pack of two was about $18, $20, which is fairly reasonable. And it was such a little parcel, I didn't even have to pay postage. But Amazon in your country will have similar things. This, the Bobo Shaper, is a Rapunzel innovation, and I'll put Rapunzel's link in the description box below for you. Beautiful people. They have some lovely, how shall I say, tutorials on things you can do with your tickles or your head scarves or decorations, pins, all sorts of things. So very glamorous, beautiful. Now, people ask me, another thing that people ask me is what happens with climate? Well, look, in the winter, it's just like having a nice glamorous beanie on. So there's not a problem. And sometimes I do different wraps depending. In the summer, no, from my point of view, I can tell you it does not make me hot. It, if anything, keeps the heat off my head. You may get a little bit of sweating at the base of the neck here on your headband, which you would be getting anyway on a hot day around your neck. But no, I find my head coverings to be equally comfortable both winter and summer. Other people, I understand that may not be the case, but bear in mind, when you visit all those desert and hot, arid countries, a lot of the local people, etc., wear long flowing robes and they have their head covered because it keeps the heat off their head. If I was going to be out in the sun all day in the summer, I would just put a scarf on without a shaper. I'd use my little headband, and then I'd put a hat over that. So I'd have the scarf tying the hair out of the road and then a hat over. So, you know, if I'm going in the garden in the summer, I'm sensible about it. Now, these videos, I will do some more head covering styles for you, and hopefully I'll improve upon my demonstration skills. I'm sorry, I had to stop and start a little bit, but remember, please, that covering your hair is your personal freedom of choice, be it for whatever reason. And women can cover their hair and still look stunningly beautiful. They can still be practical. They can still put on their full face makeup, whatever else they would do. And bonus is, don't have to worry about the hair, what it looks like underneath. So my darling ladies, thank you all, those who requested this video. I'm sorry it's not a perfect video, but I will get better with these demonstrations. The first time I've had to demonstrate on myself. Please let me know whether the vision when I turn around was okay. Thank you all for requesting this. I hope this has helped, and there will be more to come. In the meantime, please take care and God bless.